What's up, folks? We'll give you a few minutes to get on here. We'll sort through all these papers here in a second. I'll give you a few seconds to get on, and then we'll get started. Probably a few minutes early or a minute early, but that's all right. Whoever did that, thanks for the like. Don't forget to comment, subscribe, share. We'll give you the details of the giveaway here in just a second. It's nothing huge, but we're almost to 100 subscribers, so I'm going to give away a few soft plastics from one of my sponsors during this video, or at some point after the video. Maybe during, we'll see. I hate waiting, so maybe we'll just do best question or something like that. If we even get any viewers. Be nice if all 87 of my subscribers got on and watched this. Live ones are always tough, because you just never know. You get most of your views afterwards. So we'll just start. So let's start with the aftermath. I believe this is episode 3 of the aftermath. We just got done with the championship for Northwest Bass, and it was a struggle. I don't know that I've ever fished harder in my life for less fish than what happened this weekend at the championship. What's up, JNC? It was brutal. Admittedly, I don't know the Columbia River all that well. I've fished it, I think, that section of river I think I've fished 3 times up until the tournament. And we've got guys on this circuit that have fished it for multiple decades. The guys that won it fished for 26 years. And it's hard to compete with guys like that know every spot on that river and know where to catch them and know how to catch them. And I'll get there. It'll take some time, but I'll get there. I finished 50th out of 52 boats, so imagine the disappointment there. The first day, I threw everything back. They were just little. It didn't matter. So I threw them all back. I was frustrated. I started the day off forgetting about the oil in the boat. Alarm went off. Had to get an emergency supply of oil. Caught a 10-pound salmon. I'll put that video up in a little while. It's just like a 1.5 minute clip of it. So, but I caught a big old salmon. Some smallmouth. It just wasn't a very good day. So day 2, I went out with the sole purpose of just trying to catch a giant, just to get something out of this 2 days. So I went deep and I just didn't get anything big. I caught like a 213 and a 1. Nothing big. Just in the wrong spots. Saw a couple of giants, but I couldn't get them to bite. I think they were pretty pressured after that first day, and I just couldn't find anything to get them to get enticed. So it is what it is. Looking back, what would I have done different? Man, I don't know enough about that river to know. What's up, buddy? To know what I would have done differently. I maybe would have stayed out deep all day, in that 10 to 20 foot range of water. That's where I got the majority of my bites. But, I guess on one hand, I'm proud of myself for developing a plan and sticking to that plan all day on the first day. I had a spot that just had some giants on it, and they just were not biting that first day of the tournament. And I gave it the better part of 5 hours to try and get those guys out of that grass, and I couldn't get it. So I'm not sure I would have done anything differently, if I'm being honest. I had a plan. I fished the plan. Both days I did what I said I was going to do, and for that I'm proud, but 50th overall is really disappointing. So that's that. That's the aftermath. So I got to the tournament, and we did our little prizes and giveaways and stuff at the very beginning. Awarded the Anglers of the Year their trophies, the Rookies of the Year their trophies. We ended up finishing 7th in Rookie of the Year, which I guess is okay. It's fine. I'm disappointed, but I always want to win, so it is what it is. So for those that registered early, they got put into a drawing to win a $50 gift card to Limit Out Marine, or to Northwest Bass, not Limit Out Marine. Scratch that. Delete Northwest Bass, Nixon's Marine, and I was one of the lucky winners, which is pretty darn cool. So I got a $50 gift card. And then as I was walking away, Willie, who is one of the tournament directors, called me back up there and asked me not to go anywhere. And told everybody kind of a cool story about how I started in the circuit. Fished it last year, the Open, out of a John boat. Caught a ton of fish. Didn't place well, but caught a ton of fish. And he said that at the beginning of the year, some guys from Native Eyewear gave him some glasses and said he could do whatever he wanted to with them. And so, because he said I was such a big supporter of the circuit and active on the Facebook page, he felt like I deserved to get a pair of glasses. So he gave me a pair of Native Eyewear Eddie Line $150 glasses, just for being supportive of the page. Pretty darn cool. And his glasses are awesome. Not sponsored by him, but the glasses are awesome. I wore them all day yesterday and the day before, and they're ridiculous. So I got that. So let's kind of go through. Yeah, it was pretty cool, man. It was. I admit I got a little bit teary-eyed when he was talking about all the things that went into me competing this year, and it was a cool moment for me. Probably not the highlight of my whole season, but it was a pretty cool moment. So let's just recap the season real quick. So we started off on Banks Lake, and it was brutal. Giant waves, lots of wind, fished so hard all day. Ended up coming in 60th, which was not how I wanted to start the season. But we did get big fish for our flight, which was worth a little over $600. So that was pretty darn cool to cash a check in my very first tournament. Paid for half of the entry fees, so that was pretty awesome. But man, it was brutal. I don't think I ever want to fish Banks Lake in April again. It was tough. From Banks Lake, we went to Moses Lake. Moses Lake, we finished 44th, so a little bit better, 16 places higher. Finished with 1232, 8 pounds out of first place. So better. Every tournament really this year we got better at, except for right there towards the end. From Moses, we went to the Potholes Open. Big field of boats on that one. A lot of people come out for that tournament. It's a really, really fun one. We ended our 2 days with 28.84 pounds. That was 11 pounds out of first place, and finished 28th place. So, good finish for that one. I tell you what, guys, though, the people that fish in this circuit are, I'm just gonna say, the best in this area. Those guys are awesome, especially when it comes to the bodies of water that we fish. They grew up here. They fish these waters their whole lives, and they are tough dudes to fish against. And you got to be on your A game every minute of the tournament in order to beat these guys, which will happen next year. I promise you. One of these tournaments I'm going to win next year. After that, we went to Umatilla. Umatilla, I should have won. I'm just going to say that. I finished 49th, but I should have won that tournament. My practice was awesome. And what I caught in practice was just like literally 0.8 of an ounce off of what it took to win. The conditions were different. 26 mile an hour wind, 36 mile an hour gusts, 5 to 6 foot rollers. Like, it was hairy out there. But I still caught a good amount of fish. Not a lot of weight, but I caught a decent amount of fish. I just got off of what I did during practice, and I should have stuck those spots a little bit longer. What up, Josh Green? I should have stuck to those spots a little bit longer. I could have caught what I needed to catch. I just didn't, and that was probably the first big mistake that I made the entire tournament season. I got away from what I should have done, and I let the conditions force me out of what I wanted to do. And that's just, you can't let that happen. The water, it was rough, it was windy, but the bite was the same. I just didn't stick to my spots long enough to pull the big ones out. So finished 49th in that one, well off the lead, but man, that's probably the tournament I regret the most. And then the championship, which was obviously this weekend, finished 50th. Again, not what I wanted. I threw everything back the first day and only kept 2 the second day. So it's in the past. It is what it is. Next year's a new season. Speaking of next year, so we have got the schedule out for next year. So April 6th and 7th, we're doing the Potholes Open. Moses Lake on June 8th. Banks Lake on July 13th. Lake Coeur d'Alene in Idaho. That date has not been set yet, but it will be here shortly. Then we go back to my worst enemy, the Tri-Cities Columbia Point Park, August 24th. And then the championship will be held back on Banks Lake, September 15th and 16th. Yeah, I know it, and we'll get better. And I had some good outings this year. So aside from the circuit, I fished 3 or 4 other ones. I fished the Potholes Bass Club Open on Potholes, finished 96th. There was a crap load of boats on that one. So again, not the best finish, but it is what it is. If you're a closer man, I'd take you out for a couple of tournaments. Some of these opens, it'd be a blast. Then 2 weekends ago, we left elk camp a little bit early, just because it was raining a lot. So we left elk camp early, and I had an opportunity to fish the Eastern Washington Bass Club Snake River tournament. I have never fished a Snake River up until last weekend. So Saturday, Sunday is what it was. Saturday is an individual tournament. Sunday is a team tournament. So Saturday I went out by myself. I'm in Moxie, Washington, Josh. Just outside of Yakima. A couple hours from Seattle. Finished 3rd in the individual tournament. So my best finish of the year. I got a nice little check from that, and then finished 3rd the following day in the team tournament. So probably my best finish of the year. And then Eastern Washington Bass Club, I also fished their Potholes Open and got 14th in that. So we had some good tournaments and some bad ones. But, you know, it's my first year. That's going to happen. I can't tell you. I can't even write down on paper how much I learned this year. It was an awesome experience. And these 2 clubs, by far, are, you know, Potholes Bass Club is a blast to fish in. Or Potholes, Eastern Washington Bass Club, sorry. They're a blast to fish with. The guys are awesome. Everybody's willing to help each other out. They're funny. We get along really good, so I'm really looking forward to fishing with those guys a little bit more next year. And then Northwest Bass, by far, puts on the best circuit. It's a serious one. Like, these guys, they take no prisoners. If they have a chance to stomp you into the ground, they're going to do it. These guys are good. And I'm super honored to be a part of it. It's expensive, it's time consuming, but, you know, I don't have it in me to quit. And, it's going to be, next year's going to be a different story. Some of these lakes, I've gotten to know a lot better, and these rivers, I'm going to really fish hard this year, just to try and learn about them a little bit more, and hopefully have a better showing next year. So, what else do we got? That's pretty much it, I think. Tournament recap. We did a little bit of the aftermath. Giveaway. I don't know what to do for this giveaway. So I'm at 87 subscribers. At 100 subscribers, I've already, if you go back a few videos, there's a video up there of what I'm going to give away. Some kind of cool stuff, some kind of corny stuff, like a dip and dive duck bobber, which honestly is pretty damn cool. But I don't know what to do for a giveaway as far as the rules for this one. So let's see. So let's just post. Let's give it until, what's today? Monday. Let's give it until Saturday this week. Best question as chosen by my 7-year-old son. So I'll write all the questions down and let him pick one of the questions. Will win some stuff from the Crazy Hick Bait Company. So I give these guys away a lot. They have been probably my number one supporter throughout this entire tournament season. The second sponsor I ever attained, and make some awesome plastics. So first of all, before I give this stuff away, yeah, best question. So just ask whatever question you want. It can be about fishing. It can be about my favorite beer. It can be about, it doesn't matter. Just ask a question down in the comments. You gotta like the post, share it, ask a question. So pretty simple. Like, share, comment a question. I'll give it till Saturday. Everybody that does those three things. Yep, anything goes, and my son picks. He's 7, so keep it PG, please. He can read pretty well, and he knows bad words, so don't throw any of those in. Like, comment with a question, share it. We'll win 4 bags of soft plastics. I'll send them out, free shipping, all that stuff. Hopefully faster than I sent the last one out, so I think it was Josh, or I can't remember who won the last one. I was so stupid delayed. Ask the question in the comments on this YouTube video. And then like the video, and then share the video. I took forever to ship his stuff out, and I felt horrible. But he's got it now. Everything's fine. But I got busy and forgot about it, and it is what it is. So I will do better this time, I promise. So again, like, comment a question, share the video. My 7-year-old son on Saturday will pick one of the questions, and whoever that person is, I'll answer all the questions, but whoever that person is, I will send you out some stuff. So these are the floating bum neds. So they are pretty darn cool. They're almost like a baby Senko. I'm not going to open any of the bags, but like a baby Senko, but they float really awesome on a Ned rig. This color is Irish Brew. It's kind of a, I don't know, like a chartreuse-ish with like green fleck. So pretty cool. And there are, I think, 10 in there. Yep, 10, and they're 3-inch. I'll also give away a bag of Sparkling Smoke Smack Snacks. They are a 3.5-inch swim bait. There's a bunch in there. I don't know, 10, 15, something like that. These are a 3.5-inch slim tube. All right, buddy. These are the Wiggly Butts in Sparkling Smoke, 3.5-inch tube. Slim profile for when the fish are really skittish. And then I've been using this a lot, drop shotting, just because it's kind of unique. They really haven't seen it a whole lot before. It's a 3-inch. It's called the Swim Reaper, and it is in white. And let's see if I can slide one up here. So extremely small profile, little paddle tail. If you haven't seen these before, go to Crazy Hick Bait Company's Facebook page. He does a few demos in a tank of water with some of this stuff, and the action is fantastic. I'll tell you what I throw a lot of, though, especially this time of year. These swim baits are lethal. Chuck them a lot. So I'll give those 4 bags away to some lucky winner. And then we'll see what happens. So before I go, I'll I'll share a couple other things. So just from a deal perspective, you can go to crazyhickbaits.com, crazyhickbaits.com. At checkout, punch in the code 9toes25, all one word, number 9, TOES, the number 25. You can get 25% off everything in his store through December 31st. Almost every single plastic I use comes from this guy because he makes some awesome stuff. Fast shipping, super high quality. He makes everything from structure bug type plastics to swim baits to drop shot baits, tubes, ice fishing stuff, all kinds of cool stuff. And then you can also go to truenorthoutfitters.com. I think it's tnofishing.com. And you can use the code 9toesfishing at checkout, the number 9 toes fishing. You can get 15% off of everything that they have. And they carry everything. Ricky Clun stuff, jerk baits, crankbaits, all the American originals. All their stuff is handmade, hand assembled, hand painted here in the USA. Awesome company. They've got a ton of stuff on their website, though. They've just gone through and revamped it all. I don't make any money from these guys, but they are the primary tackle that I use for everything, and it's just a way that I can give back to those guys. They've supported me through the first year of my tournament, so it's pretty awesome to be able to give something back, anyways. So the other people that have been a huge part of this year, SSP Eyewear has been the glasses that I use throughout this whole tournament season. FX Custom Rods. You missed everything. Go back and watch it. You'll get it all. FX Custom Rods. I don't have any discount codes for these guys, but if you're a serious fisherman and you like really nice rods, their Gen 2s, I don't know that you can beat. I don't know you can beat their rod. They're like $155, a fraction of the cost of some of those big name companies. But I promise you, I guarantee you, they will outperform every single rod you've ever used. It's the lightest rod I've ever used. They've got tons of backbone, really nice action. They've got a rod for just about everyone, and they're ridiculous. And that's the only rod I used all year long. And I probably will never use another rod. They're my first rod partner, and I can't see ever using another rod. They're ridiculous. I know I'm forgetting some people. SSP Eyewear, Crazy Bait Company, FX Custom Rods, TNO Fishing, Lure Lock. I don't have any codes for them either, but they came on board this year. Tackle Storage, they're speak for themselves. They're awesome. And then who else? I can't think of anyone else. It will when it's all done. So as soon as I post it, just because we're live, as soon as I post it and it finalizes, you can go back and watch the video. We did a giveaway. We talked about some of the tournament results for this year, stuff like that. So if you want to find out how to win the stuff, just when I post it, just go back and watch it. Guys, other than that, I don't know that there's anything else that I need to talk about. So just again, thanks for everybody for the support this year, for liking, subscribing. We're close to 100. We'll give away that other tackle pack. And then we'll probably do some more giveaways in between. But I've got a really cool one planned for 500. Not going to tell you what it is. I'm just going to tell you it's going to be awesome. Biggest thing I've done to date by far. So it's going to be pretty cool. We might give away a rod at some point, maybe when we hit 250 to 300. If we can get there and I can get the views up, I could probably afford to do a rod when we get to like 250 or 300. So it'll be cool. But 500 is going to be where it's at. It's going to be a blast. So anyways, thanks everyone for watching. follow the instructions, like, share, comment a question. We'll pick a winner on Saturday, and then Monday morning I will get this stuff out in the mail to the winner. Tight lines, guys. We'll see ya.